Patrick, has an LTV to CAC ratio of averaging of 10. Now, LTV to CAC ratio of ads, like a really good one, is 3-to-1, really good. We're at 10-to-1. What that means is that the lifetime value of those customers is 10 times worth the cost, AKA we can dump more money into it. And to have a program launch from 0 to 100 and have it drive a substantial amount of our pipeline, over 25%, and have an LTV CAC ratio of 10-to-1, so the cost to acquire them is 1/10 of what the revenue from the customers is crazy.
I really want to sort of drive into that. Overall, what's your overall feeling working with us? How's that been so far? Or where are you at right now in terms of results, experience, etc.?
There's two major areas that your team helped us out. So one of the biggest areas is we didn't run ads before working with you. And then you literally launched the entire ad campaign and it generated on average 25 to 30% of all of our sales for the last 3 quarters in a row. That's huge. It's an entire channel that we didn't even have before that you created. Then when it comes to SEO, we've scaled that from 15% all the way up to 25 to 30%. And that comes from blogs and improving our website, improving the content on our site, iterating on different keywords, doing keyword research. So just the impact on our org when it comes to those two major channels is just undoubtedly attributed to working with you. Your team has carried that, and we wouldn't have what we have, and definitely not on the ad side. And I don't think we believe we would be as far along on the SEO side without working with your team.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, it's funny. How long has it been now? 2 years?
Yeah, it's been incredible working with your team. I mean, I consider you guys my marketing team. You guys help out with everything in terms of ads and SEO, and you're really proactive at thinking about new ideas and ways to rethink our different initiatives without guidance. That's really important because there's so many aspects to ads and SEO and scaling those different engines, and little things like improving on an ad copy, making sure we identify conversions actually dropping to decreasing budget. And it almost feels like you guys have been a partner that operates more autonomously than other partners that we worked with in the past.
Awesome. Yeah, that's exactly what we want to be. Appreciate that. I think when we first had a conversation, I spoke with you briefly, and it was like, we want to be a partner and we want to work with you long term. And I'm super grateful that we've been able to actually do that, to be honest. I've really enjoyed it. And I actually have a note here somewhere. The sticky has fallen down. But one of the first meetings we had together, I think it might have been a group meeting with a couple other people about marketing initiatives inside your company. And you said to your team, if you don't have a metric to drive towards, you should be extremely worried right now. Like, if you don't know what that is, then you need to stop everything you're doing and find that right now. I remember you saying that, and I was like, man, I love the way this guy thinks. I really want to keep working with him. And I think that wanting to be your partner in that, and the more crossover we've had, I think the healthier the relationship gets. And I think the more that we feel bought into what you're doing, and hope that you guys feel that.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Absolutely. 100%.
Awesome. I remember in the early days, we had the California directory up. The California distributor directory, was it?
Yep.
And that was driving everything. And now we see there's a shift towards, landing pages and stuff like that, and more blog traction coming through, which is really cool.
It's helping a lot right now. I feel very focused right now on what we can do. I want to go really deep on ads, and then I want to hit SEO after, but 100%. I feel really focused with how we're about to approach this. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about where we can allocate more time and how to divide up energy, but I think go really deep on the website and go really deep on ads right now. And then come back to SEO after we get the website launched and after we get the ads scaled.
And even
Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, try them all.
Yeah.
Run more Google budget and increase ad conversion on the landing pages. All of the above.
I love the direction you're going now in terms of how do we get really deep into, is this really driving pipeline? Is it driving that, is the LTV CAC looking good for these two channels, and we're not focusing on, rankings?
Yeah.
They're the means to the end. So yeah, I really like that the whole refocus you've got now is on HubSpot, and how do we make that our source of truth for, does this work, yes or no?
Really, there's just a simple singular spreadsheet that I can look at that has all the data that shows you how much it costs and how much it returned. Very rare to get that, by the way, as a founder. Like, it's very nice to get that. And the things that stood out to me was like the ads program that we literally never even had before, Patrick, has an LTV to CAC ratio of averaging of 10. Now, LTV to CAC ratio of ads, like a really good one is 3-to-1, really good. We're at 10-to-1. What that means is that the lifetime value of those customers is 10 times worth the cost, AKA we can dump more money into it. And to have a program launch from 0 to 100 and have it drive a substantial amount of our pipeline, over 25%, and have an LTV CAC ratio of 10-to-1, so the cost to acquire them is 1/10 of what the revenue from the customers is crazy. That's just crazy. You couldn't expect more. I'm excited to work with Patrick to drive that number down from 10-to-1 to 3-to-1 so we can scale even more and have more impact. But the results, the data, the measurement, the iteration, so real. I mean, we now have like 50 ads running, 60, 70 ads running, and we're constantly dropping and iterating them all the fucking time. So it's all about this constant iteration towards these numbers. And it just feels like I have that thought partner in making sure we never waste cycles or time towards anything that doesn't affect those numbers. Pick the number, hit the number, measure the number. Yeah. And it's been going amazing.